And good evening, everybody. Welcome to SNSN's continuing coverage of high school basketball right here on SNSN. Whoa, I'm that excited, Merch. I'm choking already.
I can tell.
I'm already choked up. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I think we got you. All right, today is the final game of the season for the Wolverine boys basketball team as they take on Woodstock Academy. We are live at Woodstock Academy inside the field house. And I've been here just every year for the last, 6-7 years. It's a really nice court to play on. It's kind of got that old feel, kind of like Callahan Gymnasium in Wyndham, but kind of like very, very new and bright.
Yeah, that's what I like about it, Mike. It's bright for the players. There's no shadows anywhere. It's just a bright court to get a good shot off of.
Exactly. So this is the final game of the year for the Wolverines.
Final regular season game of the year. We have a couple tournaments coming up that the Wolverines have qualified for.
That's right. The CIAC, which will happen right after the ECC championships. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the ECC yet. It's going to depend on tonight. But it looks like it's going to be Griswold Montville at Montville.
That's the way it seems. Montville plays Putnam tonight. And if Montville wins that game, and they should be pretty highly favored, that's how it will end up on Thursday. With Griswold traveling to Montville. Play the Indians, who they just played and lost to last Friday in a really close, tough game. They certainly had an opportunity to win that game, and kind of at the end they couldn't finish it off. But you learn every time you take one of those losses, and you come back a little stronger the next time.
So what can we expect in this game right here against Woodstock? I mean, Woodstock they lost about 6 seniors last year going into this year. They've had a pretty rough go of it for the 2021-2022 campaign.
Yeah, they're having a tough season. They are 2-17. And
it's a building year.
Yeah, and they'll tell you that's where they are. They will obviously not make the tournament because CIAC need 8 wins, and I don't think they'll make the ECC tournament either. I'm not sure exactly how they qualified, but I think they're done there. So they're trying to end the season with a little dignity. They play the Wolverines tonight. They play Fitch on Wednesday, which is going to be another tough game for them. But they're trying to end their season there. The Wolverines, they want to do the same thing, but they're trying to get back to 500. They're 9-10. They want to be 10-10 going into the ECC and state tournaments.
Exactly. So we're gonna have to wait and see what's going to happen with this ball game. I'm too busy directing traffic, trying to get kids away from.
Yeah.
They're coming behind us and in front of us. They're going to knock. We can't have that. Just can't have it, my man.
We can't.
So anyway, we're just about ready to start the game in a minute. They're announcing or making some announcements over the loudspeaker here at the field house here at Woodstock Academy. So, Merch, what can we expect from the Wolverines? What's going on with the Wolverines?
Well, Christian Russell is out. He's out with a sprained ankle. Jeff Suinance hasn't played for games. So they're actually missing 2 starters, and they have been, and they have to learn how to play without those guys, and they're doing their best at doing that.
So they're announcing the starting lineup for the Wolverines. First is Lucas Strain, then Jacob Strain, and let's finish up the trifecta with Michael Strain.
Surprise.
Kyle Rude. And right on up after that, the senior leading scorer, somebody you know.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Evan Merchant.
He's averaging 15.1 points a game, and Lucas has broken into double figures with 10 points a game.
All right, so now they're going to go ahead and Jackson gets. Brandon Nagel also gets the start. James Delvia Borchain.
He's pretty good, Michael.
Parker Anderson, who's one of their top scorers, and no doubt Hamilton Barnes. Oh, no. I was wrong. What'd they say?
Number...
You can't, 31.
I believe he is a freshman.
Now it's time for the national anthem. All right, that's the national anthem as they play every single game.
So we do not have a number or name attached to number 31, but I believe from the last game, the first game they played, I believe he is a freshman who played in the JV game and played very well.
Brady Erickson. Brady Erickson. I just got it off of the Woodstock Academy website. So,
thank you, Michael.
You're welcome. All right, the Wolverines 9-10. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs 2-17. Here's a jump ball, and Erickson gets it right over, and one of the Wolverines, it'll be number 2, Jacob Strain, gets it over to Evan Merchant. I'm going to try to set it up here, and he's going to take a shot right off the bat and front rim, and no good. Woodstock Academy with the rebound. That would be Brandon Nagel.
Yeah, Parker Anderson, number 22 here, played a terrific game against the Griswold team. First time they met in Griswold.
That ball's going to be off of.
And they won that game handily, 60-37. But at halftime, Michael, that game was 29-23 Griswold. They're up by 6. And they ended up kind of in the second half just blowing them out. Right.
First basket goes to the Centaurs.
Brady Anderson.
Erickson with 2, the freshman.
Erickson, excuse me.
Merch from the top of the key. Right up the side of the rim, no good. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys.
Erickson for another 2.
Well, 4-0.
He's a lefty, and he's a tall kid, and he's a strong kid, so he's playing pretty well with it.
Oh, monster block there by Beauchene.
I didn't know if Merch was going to go farther than the ball did because he got racked.
Mm-hmm. So we had some video difficulties for a second, but thanks a lot to Kathy Morano who let us know. Now we're back up and running again. Looks like they called a foul on Nagel. And Merch sinks his first 4-1. He gets them both. 4-2. 6:23 to go in the first. Here come the Centaurs. Boy, a nice little addition, number 31, Erickson, huh?
Yeah.
Tall kid. He's got to be 6'6".
I'd say.
Pull up jumper there by Getz. And the Centaurs are going to turn it over back to Griswold.
There's a travel in the lane by James. What? Beauchesne?
D'Aleva
Beauchesne.
Beauchesne. Jacob brings the ball over, hands it over to Lucas. Sean Garvin into the game for the Wolverines. Michael Strain, who's played some excellent basketball as of late. And they're going to call a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Beauchesne, I believe. No, it is not. That's going to be on Getz. So Michael Strain is going to shoot a couple. He misses the first one. Garvin going to take a seat again. It goes just a quick little break there for Merch, and he's back in the game. What do you think that was about? Pulling him out real quick.
If you're going to shoot that much, get it in the hoop.
Gotcha. Michael sinks one of them, 4-3. Wolverines pressing hard. And Woodstock Academy having a little bit of a difficult time. They better get it through. There you go. And Getz loses it. Here's Michael Strain. Oh, another block. Nagel rejects it, but Merchant gets the ball back again. Nice pump fake there by Strain.
Michael Strain. Relentless under those boards lately.
Yeah, he's played some excellent basketball lately. He's probably been the spark.
Nice steal by Merch over to Michael. That was great.
Gets for three, no good. They're going to fight for the ball. My goodness.
Kyle Rude just jumped on that ball like it was a fumble at the 4-yard line, and he was going to get it and run it into the end zone.
That was like a collision there, like you saw at the Blues Brothers with the cars. I mean, it's like crazy. All right, we are going to take a break right now. Let's keep it right here, though, first, Merch, before we go anywhere. 5-4 is the score. Centaurs up. I'm sorry, the Wolverines up on the Centaurs. How well do you think that the Wolverines are going to? I mean, they've had a rough couple of weeks. They went into a rough patch.
They had some wins. They had some consecutive wins, and then they've lost their last 4 games, and 3 of those 4 were winnable. They lost a heartbreaker to Stonington, which started that 4-game losing streak, and the very next day, the very next afternoon, after they had played 5 games in 6 days, the very next afternoon, they had to go to Wyndham, and Wyndham just blew them out of the water.
They lost to Wyndham twice.
Yep, and then they had to play Wyndham again, and then Montville, and the Stonington game, the second Wyndham game, and the Montville game were all winnable games. They at some point, even late in the game, were ahead.
Another battle underneath. Kyle Rude finally calls it. Now they're not going to even. Are they going to call a jump ball on that? No, they're going to.
Yeah, they're going to call a jump ball. It's Griswold possession.
So you can't really count anybody out, especially with.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like you look at Montville, they were 5-12 coming into the game against Griswold. Merch for 3.
Yep,
he's a little cold.
He's probably going to be on the bench in a second. I don't know. He can hit 4 in a row, and he can miss 4 in a row.
There's a foul on Michael, I believe.
Yep, still applying a lot of pressure to Woodstock in the backcourt.
Woodstock gets it in, trying to run the lane, and he goes all the way in for 2. 6-5, Woodstock Academy. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying about Montville. Strain for 3, no good. That would be Jacob. Here come the Centaurs. Pass up, blocked by Lucas.
Erickson right in the right place at the right time, got the rebound, just laid it up and in. That's Brady Erickson. It's a 6 point.
Strain for 2. That's Michael again. Michael has 5. He has 5 of the 7.
When he goes to the hoop, boy, he's tough to stop because he's just a strong kid under there.
Yeah. They are certainly trying to run. But that ball finds it right back into Wolverine hands. Merchant tries to drive the lane, turn around, no good. He was going to face it, but gets it out to Lucas for 3. Oh, my goodness. Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
No kidding, huh? They both went, whoa, and what was that foul? Whoa, he pushed him.
Merch, get in the game, man.
Jeez.
You got the ball. Put
Yeah,
it in. You're in the game.
Merch got nailed there, too.
Merch. You ended up with the ball. You ended up with the ball, man.
I did end up with the ball. I was going to shoot, but
you get the game ball. So the score is 8-7. Here in the early going, 3:37 to go in the first.
Excuse me. And again, the early going in the first game they played wasn't much different. The Centaurs were in the game. Halftime it was 29-23, 6-point differential.
Mm-hmm.
And second half, Griswold just kind of turned it on. And
bottom line, Woodstock is not going to go away. They obviously they want to run with the Wolverines.
And again, you look at their record, you look at who they played. I mean, they just got beat by Ledyard by 6 points just a few games ago, or maybe even the last game. And Ledyard's the only team that beat St. Bernard. Yep. So, you just never know. In the ECC on a given night, any team can beat another team. And sometimes it's not even called an upset.
They hung with New London, too, who happens to be in the they beat Santa Fe twice. Garvin for 3, count it.
So that was a good drive by Merch. Kicked it out right at the right time. Didn't try to go up and force a shot. And their shooter, 3-point shooter,
3.
Garvin.
Lucas, no good. Michael gets the rebound. Back to Lucas.
Michael's a beast in there.
He is. Bounce pass. Merch tried to put the fake over on Parker Anderson. Back up to Lucas. And it's rough going under there. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of bouncing and banging around in that. I shouldn't even say under the hoop, on the whole court. Got Lucas taking a little breather, placed by Tommy Matson. We're going to call that on Nagel. That's his second.
Gav D'Amico in the game, too.
Merch trying to drive the lane, kicks it out to Garvin. That's going to be long.
Good
right
idea,
into the hand of Michael Strain. So you have 2 bona fide 3-point shooters out there really right now.
Yeah, and either of them can get on a streak, too. Oh, my God.
He just got pushed. And no call. But Tommy Matson's in the game, too, as well for the Wolverines first time. Is it Parker Anderson? I think they called the push on
that was
Parker Anderson, yeah.
Tommy struggling to get the ball in.
2:27 to go, and it's stolen by Woodstock Academy. And they're trying to run, but they don't have numbers. There's Anderson, kicks it out to Morissette. Back to Erickson, to Morissette. They're just passing the ball around.
Griswold defense, they're very quick, so it's kind of relentless. They're all over the place.
They get it to Erickson, back to Morissette.
Nice shot.
3. Or they gave him a 2.
2, I believe.
They gave him a 2 for Morissette. 10-10. Tommy
certainly is hard fought. Almost had that over Erickson,
too. Good fake, too. Yeah.
Kind of floated that up over Brady Erickson and almost got that ball to fall.
See how Anderson told him how Erickson where to set the pick?
Yeah, Tommy got a little too reachy there.
And he's going to get called for a foul. And we are going to, no, I'm not going to get a timeout, but Gavin D'Amico comes out of the game. Kyle Rude back in. Michael Strain just blocked that inbound pass and stole it. Upbound pass up to Lucas.
Whoa. What was
It's
that?
just, I don't know, but it was kind of like a Statue of Liberty reverse.
Up and over, up and
I
under.
know.
Nice play.
12-10 Wolverines. One thing about Woodstock is they're constantly moving the passes. They're constantly passing. Parker Anderson tried to drive to the hoop, and they're going to call a foul.
I think that was on Sean, maybe.
It was on Sean Garvin. Non-shooting foul. Woodstock having a hard time getting the ball in. And finally, they do get it out
Both teams
to
playing,
Anderson.
yeah, both teams playing great defense. And Tommy Matson had trouble down the other end. Woodstock had trouble on this end. But I think going to get Kyle Reed on that one.
A little too aggressive there on Morissette. So we're trying to rack up the fouls. Under a minute to go. 12-10 Wolverines. Morissette tried to drive the baseline. Nice save by Parker Anderson.
Actually, I think it was ill-advised because I think it was going to be off Griswold when that happened. But being aggressive, you go for every loose ball you can get when you don't know who it's off.
Be aggressive. B-E aggressive.
You've been at too many cheerleading competitions, haven't you?
I think so. Lucas, that was blocked, but put back up.
Ooh, I thought that was going to go.
There's Michael. He says, I'm not going to be denied.
That's right.
Michael has 7 points in the first quarter.
And another steal. Not sure whose possession that is, but they call a jump and they call a foul. They did. They called it on Lucas, I believe.
Yeah, it is on Lucas. So Woodstock is going to go ahead and inbound the ball. 5.7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
14-10. Griswold.
Oh, no, that was on Morissette, by the way. That was on Morissette.
Oh, it was?
Yes, not Lucas.
That's right, because we wouldn't have had the ball, would we?
Yeah, that's right. All right, we have finished one here at Woodstock Academy, and we're going to take a quick break. You are watching Griswold High School basketball on SNSN.
Authorization, enrollment, and activation activities are required. Receive all services. Contact institution for details.
2 lattes, please, on me.
Yeah?
My free Kasasa Cashback checking account surprised me with sweet cash rewards.
So thoughtful.
Kasasa Cashback simply appreciates me. It also refunds my ATM withdrawal fees.
Huh. My Megabank account just takes money out every month without even asking.
Sounds like it's time to move on.
Take back the special treatment you deserve with Kasasa Cashback.
Ask for Kasasa Cash Checking at Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank today. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Woodstock Academy Fieldhouse. Mike Minarski along with the Merch, Kevin Merchant. How do you like doing basketball?
Oh, he's great. I'm getting
it?
better at it now that it's like the last game of the season. Finally, I feel a little bit more confident.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, I know. Last game of the regular season.
There you go. We still have ECCs and states. So if that's the case, we're going to be, if that's, depending on what happens tonight, Coach Mo said basically, it looks like we'll be playing Montville in Montville.
It sounds like.
So we'll try to keep tabs on what's going on in Putnam tonight. So.
And Griswold had a great first game against Montville at Montville.
Yeah.
They won by about 14. It's a game that Evan Merchant had 35 points.
See, I guess that was the point I was trying to make, is that you can't
count
anybody out.
I don't think they had all of their starters at that time. I think they did this last time, and Montville looked like a much different team. But you just never know.
Anderson put one up, no good. It's going to be off of, they're saying Hamilton Barnes, and he is disagreeing vehemently.
Yeah.
Vehemently.
Very vocal.
14-10, just at the beginning of the second. Here's the other thing, too. The Woodstock's 2-17.
They have nothing to lose, Mike.
No.
Just go out on the floor and play as hard as you possibly can. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but you also said, look at the teams they've played.
Right.
Merchant drives to the hoop and he gets it. He gets his first points of the evening.
He has 2 free throws, but first field goal. That was nice, too, because he went up against Brady Erickson, which I don't know if I'd do, but.
Nice pass underneath to Hamilton Barnes for 2.
They lost Barnes underneath the hoop on that one. Something didn't work for the defense there. Michael almost got a traveling call, I think.
He almost got it again. Passes out to Lucas, trying to drive to the hoop. Kicks it out to Shawnee Garvin for 3. Oh, and an out. Erickson comes down with the rebound, but Merchant just takes her right away from him. Lucas is behind the 3-point arc, but he says, "No, I'm going to drive."
He's just going to skip through here.
He's just skipping around.
I just want to go in a circle, see what happens.
He's a skipper.
Wow. I thought Barnes might have fouled Lucas on that play, but the ref, Christian Sarantopoulos, was right on top of it. So I'm sure, since we're about 100 feet away, he had a better angle on it than me.
We have some very good refs tonight.
Yeah, Christian Sarantopoulos and Matt DeZonia, who work together fairly often, so they know each other very well, and they're both terrific referees. These kids are they're so aggressive tonight. Both teams have just a lot of running, a lot of good defense. Sean Garvin hits a 3. Gives him 6 points on the night.
Morissette puts one up, didn't fall, but he's going to get the foul.
I think that might have been on Kyle. No. Was on Kyle. Second foul. 19-12 here. 5 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Griswold leading 19-12. And it doesn't even seem like they should be up by 7 points the way that this has gone. But Morissette had 1.
Trying to see if I can find some information of what's going on with Woodstock. With Montville. Oh,
wow! It's pretty rough.
Ooh,
pretty rough in there. Like Woodstock's going to have a substitution, number 34. That would be Huck Flanagan.
All right, so Montville leads Putnam 45-33, and they're going into the fourth.
Well, that was a pass in that hit the rafters. So that will be a turnover to Woodstock. Forgot we weren't playing at the Superdome here.
Huck Flanagan into the game. Saucier, number 10. So a few substitutions here for the Centaurs. Underneath, nice bucket for Huck Flanagan.
Nice move. Nice move for a big man underneath the hoop. You knew just where you wanted to do with it and did it.
Lucas, he's actually kind of interesting tonight. He's just dribbling all over the place, pretty much weaving in and out to where he wants to go. Murch gets it down to Michael down underneath, and I think they're going to call him on a up and down travel. Yeah. He left his feet too many times.
4:53 left to go in the second quarter. Quarter. Griswold up 19-15.
That ball is stripped, and Murch, you're back in the game again.
This is the most I've touched a basketball in the last 20 years. Twice within, half hour?
I think so.
It's great.
I think so.
I'm going to put on a little dribbling exhibition in a few minutes here.
Little consultation between the refs, and they've decided that the ball goes back to Griswold. 19-15 is the score. Nice pass down to Murch, no good. Our Anderson comes down with it. He still has it. Let's see what he does with it. Passes it down to the corner to Barnes, back up to the top to Saucier. Floats it and gets 2.
Nice drive to the hoop. 19-17. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, and Murch gets it stolen. Picked his pocket.
Here comes Barnes. On over to Morris. Set for 2. Coach Mo says, I'm getting a timeout.
19-19. High
score.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the half.
And we're going to take a quick break. You're watching ECC basketball right here on SNSN.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Murch, we got a game.
Sure do. And not unexpected. Not for me anyway. I expected this kind of a game.
Yeah, you know what the cool thing about this is that some people will look at the records and they'll say, it's going to be a walk in the park.
Right.
Well, it's not the way that it is.
And Woodstock is in a higher division. They're Division 2 of the ECC. Griswold's Division 3, based upon size of school. And that typically means Woodstock's playing bigger schools. They're playing better schools.
Nice shot by Gavin D'Amico.
Really nice shot by Gavin.
Fadeaway jump.
So records don't tell the story.
No, not at all. 21-19. The Wolverines up. Morissette said, I might get to do it, but he's going to pass it back on out to Saucier, who hits.
3.
Woodstock with the lead, 22-21. You know, it's weird, but I kind of equate this to like horse racing. So you have like grade A, grade B, grade C, right? As far as class is concerned.
Okay.
You're already shaking your head no.
I have no, because I have no clue about anything regarding horse racing. That's all.
Well, what I'm saying is that sometimes you have horses that will move up a class, and they'll race against horses that are bigger. And play, with the bigger horses, and they're faster. I'm sounding like a complete moron right now.
That's okay. I would agree with you if I had any idea what you're talking about. So I'm going to go with it though. I'm going to go with it. I'm not sure what happened there. Is it a foul?
It was a foul, yeah.
Gavin D'Amico, I think. He could have been an illegal pick, illegal screen. Murch comes back in for Gavin D'Amico.
The bottom line is that the Wolverines are playing with bigger kids and from a bigger school.
Oh, nice steal by him. Oh, my God.
Barnes kicks it out.
Well, Michael made a steal, and then I think it was Barnes that just basically ran him over. Yep. So that's Barnes' second foul. 22-21, 2:36 left here with the Woodstock Centaurs in the lead. Shot by Michael.
He's got 8 points.
Yeah, that's his.
Leads all scorers, actually. That second one didn't go, but Jacob Strain comes up with the rebound, and the Wolverines are going to go ahead and reset and do it again. We've got a tie score, 22 up. In that last scenario, I did not explain it the way I wanted to. Get you back underneath. Nice. Ooh. Supposed to go from Michael back to Lucas, but the ball was kind of tipped and stolen back by Woodstock in the interim. Saucier kicks it back on out to Parker Anderson, who's looking for go somewhere. Saucier takes it. He was going to take it. Drives to the hoop a little bit, blocked by Michael Strain.
I think he should have taken that shot first time he had it instead of taking that little.
It's like he second guessed
stutter
himself.
And go to the hoop.
Garvin for three. No good, and that was brought down by Carter Morissette. Forward pass all the way up to Getz. No good. Wolverines got it back. Michael Strain, he's going to drive to the hoop all by himself. No good. But Lucas gets the rebound and says, all right, we'll bring it back. And he's going to drive the lane.
Oh,
Dishes, but he traveled. Looked like he was going to dish it, but he didn't.
There is a lot going on here, Michael. There, both ends of the court. It is just a high-paced game. Tie score 22-22. The minute 22 left.
Nice fake there by Getz. And I think they're going to call. It's either going to be on Michael or on Jacob.
Yeah, it's on Michael.
Yeah,
it was either on Michael or Murch. And it was on Michael.
Yep.
Which is his second foul.
That is his second.
That's one player that we can't have in foul trouble.
Getz is going to shoot two.
I think
he hits the first.
I think Gavin's coming in for Michael right now.
Absolutely. Centaurs back up 23-22.
Minute 13 on the clock.
And he gets them both. 24-22. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Jacob kicks it out to Gavin, then back to brother Lucas, who's kind of owning Getz. I think they spread it out a little bit. I thought he was going to drive, but he didn't.
I'm not crazy about when they do this, only because they never seem to have that last second shot that goes through the hoop. Or that last second play, they tend to get down to a few seconds and either lose the ball or have to take a bad shot. Down to 30 seconds left here.
So do you think they want to get the, you think they're playing for the last shot?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they'll be happy going into the locker room with a tie?
Well, I don't think they'll be happy with a tie, but they're not very proficient at last second shots this year.
Down to 10 seconds. They got it to the person who they wanted to get it to, Merchant. And the shot is blocked by Jacob. And they're going to wave it off as Lucas tried to put it up at the buzzer, but it was just after the buzzer.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. So, we got ourselves a game, Mike. 24-22, Woodstock at the half. Again, not unexpected because most teams are out here, Griswold's last game of the regular season, Woodstock's next to last game of the regular season, and then both teams want to finish off the season on a high note.
It is halftime here at Woodstock Academy. Griswold, who was leading for most of the game, fell behind here in the second quarter by the score of 24-22. Merch and I and the wonderful and lovely and vivacious Chris Mattson on camera. Never say that about him because he may kill me afterwards. We'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN.
Hey, I'm Jess, but you can call me the Tire Queen. For the best deals on tires, come and see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. Call me at 860-376-8687. But definitely don't talk to my dad. He's definitely not the Tire King.
And right now, Jess the Tire Queen has great deals and excellent service waiting for you at Advanced Automotive, Route 138, Griswold.
Tire Queen!
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme? And that's good news for you, since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan, Allstate Insurance, and when you get to his Facebook page, you'll find tons of helpful information on questions you may not even have thought to ask. Allstate Insurance, Trahan Agency, Plainfield and East Lyme. Proud sponsor of Griswold Youth Football. And we're back here at Woodstock Academy. 24-22 is the score. Kevin and I, the merch. We'll be back in a minute. Try to break down the first half of action. You're watching ECC basketball on SNSN. The holidays are over and it's time to start paying the bills. Let Cash for Cars help you out by taking away that old jalopy in the backyard. You know, the one back there. Cash for Cars will tow away your cars, trucks, SUVs, and pay you $300 to $400 in cash. Blown up, no title or keys, they don't care. Call Cash for Cars, 860-373-2556, or shoot them a message on Facebook. Search Cash, the number 4, Cars. Cash, the number 4, Cars. And get paid now. Reliable plumbing and heating services are just a phone call away when you contact the professionals at McGuire Plumbing and Heating in Fallontown. Family owned for more than 35 years, McGuire Plumbing and Heating has earned a reputation by providing accurate quotes and being open and honest when on the job, plus giving honest advice that may be needed down the road but isn't an immediate concern today. Find McGuire Plumbing and Heating on Facebook or call 860-376-3388. Look for the big truck with the little Irish. And welcome back to Woodstock Academy, the Alumni Fieldhouse. 24-22 is the score right now after the first half. And we certainly want to thank a couple of our supporters. One of them is, merch. It's going to be spring before we know it.
It is.
And you know what is a wonderful, wonderful thing to get for anybody in the springtime, especially you're a lovely lady.
Flowers.
Whoa. He even gets sound effects. Look at that. Flowers from the Jewett City Greenhouse and Florist. Now, it's not just for, your special loved one. It is not. It is for anybody on your wish list. They can also handle funerals, memorial services, weddings, of course. And again, for that special someone, they've got gifts. They've got it all at the Jewett City Florist and Greenhouse.
Just saying, I appreciate and like these sound effects better than the smooch that we had on the day before Valentine's Day.
That was for Valentine's Day, right?
It was very romantic.
So now, whenever you just like the Wicked or the Good Witch of the whatever. What was Glenda?
Wicked Witch of the West.
No, she wasn't wicked.
No,
she wasn't wicked.
The Good Witch. Yeah, she was from the East or something.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch? That's where you get your gifts right there, kids. From the Good Witch.
Yeah. I keep coming back to help you with these games. Not sure why, but I do.
Because you like these sound effects.
I can't wait till later this week. Okay.
All right, anyway, so thank you very much to the Jewett City Greenhouse and Florist for supporting us here on SNSN. Matter of fact, got some skin in the game with the grandson to Gavin.
Yeah. So see Brent and Michelle right across the way here, across the court.
Bill Przlucky is here, who's also one of our sponsors at Advanced Automotive.
Gavin's grandfather, grandmother.
Yep. I just took a picture of Bill and sent it to him and said, hey, he hasn't noticed it yet. So anyway, all right, 24-22 is the score here at halftime. We got a few more minutes to go before they start play once again. Going down the list for the Wolverines, Lucas Strain has 2 points. Michael Strain leads all scorers with 8. Gavin D'Amico with 2. Evan Merchant with 4. And Sean Garvin with a couple of threes. He has 6 points. Going on over to Woodstock Academy, Carter Morissette has 5. Hamilton Barnes with 2. Saucier with 5. Jackson Getz with 4. Huck Flanagan with 2. I like that name.
Yeah, me too.
Huck Flanagan.
Me too.
And Brady Erickson, the freshman, chiming in with 6 points. Getting the start here tonight at the Woodstock Academy Alumni Fieldhouse. So,
hey, just a note, Michael, that the Griswold JV team won the opening game tonight, 59-48. They were up by, I think, around 20 at one point, and Woodstock fought their way back and made it a pretty decent game at the end. But Griswold comes out with an 11-point win.
So, what happens after tonight? Win, lose, or draw. The ECC tournament starts, and then right after that will be the CIAC tournament, for their state. So tonight's game, if the Wolverines do come out victorious and Montville defeats Putnam, then Griswold will play Montville at Montville in round number 1.
I'm not sure if Griswold needs to win or it doesn't matter at this point, because what we were told is it wasn't, based upon if Griswold wins and Montville wins. It was just if Montville wins, then they will play Montville. But I'm not positive of that.
You think maybe it just matters on what court they're going to play? Like if Montville lost to Putnam tonight, would they play at Griswold?
Possibly.
Okay.
Or maybe not even Montville. I'm not sure how the seedings go. It gets a little crazy with the ECC. So
because they did split the season,
right?
1-1. So the last update that we had was Montville leads Putnam 45-33, but that was a while ago. I'm sure the game is over by now.
We have the buzzer, and the Griswold team's not even back on the court yet. Never mind taking in warm up shots. So I have a feeling that Coach Valesky is telling them that this is an important game, and they need to get their act together a little bit and do what they did last time they played Woodstock in the second half and came out and really played well. You don't want to go into ECCs or any tournament for that matter on a loss. You want to go in with some momentum, and you're starting to file back into the auditorium now, to the gym now.
Slowly but surely, they are coming back into
How you doing, Matt?
Auditorium.
Gee.
You're going to hear the buzzer in 3, 2, 1, and boom. So we're just about ready to start the second half.
I think Parker Anderson, who's been playing Murch one-on-one, is holding him in check, and I think that's a big deal, because you have Murch at a few threes, and it can really turn a game around. We've seen it happen several times, or many times this year.
Yeah.
So I think Parker Anderson's doing a really good job on Evan Merchant.
All right, here we go. The second half. The Wolverines will go ahead and inbound. And Merchant gets it into Lucas. And here we go.
And as soon as I say that, now Getz is on Merch.
24-22. Woodstock with the lead. The Wolverines in the close by bucket. Jacob drives the hoop, but it's swatted away. It's swatted away with authority. Lucas is going to go ahead and inbound the ball. Gets it over to Michael, who's looking for somewhere to go with it. Kyle Rude hands it on off to Lucas. He's going to try to drive the lane, but kick it back out to Merchant, who's going to shoot for three. And it doesn't fall for him. And Bushane gets the rebound on up to Brady Erickson, but the ball was kicked off out of bounds. I think it was off of Kyle Rude. Woodstock ball. They get the ball right in to Erickson. First time, no good. He puts it up a second time, and it looks like they're going to call foul on Kyle Rude. And if that's the case, that's his third. And it is. Erickson had 6 points in the first. He misses the first free throw attempt. Obviously, he's a southpaw, and he misses them both. And Jacob comes down with the rebound, and here come the Wolverines. Jacob hands it over to Lucas. He's going to go ahead and drive the lane, and it's not going to go for him. A little too tough off of the backboard.
Yeah, he had that lane too, and it looked like he was going to lay it up and in, and it just hit it off the board a little too hard.
A lot of crisp passing, but looks like Rude got a hand of it.
So 6:50 left here in the first, in the third quarter. No scoring yet in the third quarter by either team. Oh no, is that Michael? Oh, it was on Woodstock.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on Bushane. That's his first. 24-22, still no score here in the second half, like the Merch just said. And how about Merch for three?
He cannot hit anything right now.
Lucas with a reverse layup. It didn't go. Ball goes out of bounds off of Griswold. Merch 0 for 5 from the field.
Yeah.
Wolverines pressing.
Actually, 1 for 5 or 1 for 6 because he did have a layup.
Erickson, and he's going to get a foul, and I think that's going to be on Merch. Yep. I don't know why I keep missing that one bucket that he has.
Because it seems like it was a long, long time ago.
Oh, so much for my thoroughness. Okay, Brady Erickson to the line again. He was there a few minutes ago. Missed both, and he hits the first one. 25-22. The Woodstock Academy. And he gets them both. 8 points for the freshman.
4-point lead. Jacob Strain hits a 3.
They needed that. Woodstock by 1. Nice pump fake there.
Oh.
Erickson tried to put it back. 3. They're going to go down to the ground.
Oh, jump ball.
We get some changes coming in. Sean Garvin's going to come in for Kyle Rude. He's besides Jacob hitting that 3-point shot, Garvin has a couple of them. And there's a 3-point attempt by Getz, no good. Rebound over to Nagel, and he puts it in for 2. 28-25.
Not sure what that doesn't seem like an official timeout. Something with the scorebook, or not sure what just happened.
I do not know.
Garvin and Murch over by the scorer's table.
I don't know if it has something to do with Garvin not wearing a mask.
Oh. Mask might have broke. Hopefully in another week we don't have to worry about that.
On the 28th. Sayonara. Lucas gets it over to Garvin, back up to Lucas Strain. Behind the three-point arc. Nice pick there by Mike Lucas. Takes a shot off the backboard and in.
It's a 2. But we need it.
28-27. Woodstock.
Just over 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Nice stop by Lucas, and Murch recovers.
He's going to drive and swat it away by Jackson Getz. Boom. He's having a rough night. Lucas trying to inbound and just gets kicked by Nagel.
I'm waiting to catch my third ball of the night here because it's right in front of me. Somebody's going to kick it out. I'm going to get it.
Jacob over to Murch, and they're coming right to the table. Chris Matson almost got into the game there. Ball's inbounded over Garvin's head. Thank goodness Lucas was right there to get the ball. He's going to drive the lane. No good. He's going to kick it out to Merchant. Murch drives, jumps.
He is just can't buy one.
28-27, 4:40 to go. Up ahead to Erickson, and he kind of dunks, kind of not, but either way, he got the 2.
I'd call that a stuff.
That's a stuff.
It's a foul on Nagel, I think.
Yeah.
Here comes
the ball again. Yes.
I knew it.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. It's 3 on Nagel. 30-27. Woodstock ahead of the Griswold Wolverines. That would have been nice if Lucas got it.
Nice drive, though. Nice drive.
Yep. He's going to go to the line, though. That's on Huck Flanagan. So Lucas is going to shoot 2. And the first one off the backboard, off the back rim. There's a shot attempt number 2. And it's good.
30-28. 4:20 left here in the third quarter, but Woodstock with a 2-point lead.
There's a 3-point shot. That's going to be Getz, but too short. Hamilton Barnes coming back into the game for Woodstock Academy, and Getz is going to come out for a break. Is it me, or is it the Wolverines just can't seem to get anything going?
No, they can't. They can't hit 2 shots in a row.
Oh, wow. Parker Anderson. What a time to get your first bucket of the night.
That's what he was doing in Griswold all game long.
Woodstock by 5. 33-28. That ball stolen by Michael Strain. Seems like anything that's really, really good that's happening, Michael Strain's in the middle of it. And they're going to call that on Hamilton Barnes, and that might be his 3rd.
It was kind of funny because Barnes actually grabbed the arm of Michael as he went up, or Lucas, excuse me, and he's complaining about that call. I don't quite understand the complaint.
Probably just some angst in the heat of the moment.
Yes.
So Lucas. It's been a tough road with free throws for the Wolverines all year.
Yeah. Merch went 2 for 2, and then we've kind of split them up since then.
Missed them both. Lucas is 1 for 4 from the line.
And in a game like this, free throws could make a big difference.
Looked like Erickson was going to go to the hoop again, but the ball was kicked right out. It's going to go right back to Woodstock. Nice hit by Garvin with the steal. Gets over to Lucas. Bounce pass to Murch underneath. Puts it up.
No good.
And then Merchant.
He got called for foul.
Giving away about 35 pounds to Huck Flanagan.
No, I guess he's calling it on Jacob.
Yeah, a little tussle.
Not sure what's happening here.
It's going to be on Griswold, whatever it is.
Yeah, it was on Jacob.
It was on Jacob, yeah. That's his first. And they're going to call a foul on Griswold again as Parker Anderson drove to the hoop. And that's going to be on Michael.
That's his third.
Looks like Gavin D'Amico is going to come right back in and give Michael a rest. Michael Strain. So we just got there's a comment in the board from Steve Cravino, the athletic director at Griswold High School. It says the 3, 4, 5, 6 seeds will be determined tonight. Parker Anderson hits the first. Still no. And he hits them both.
Starting to open up that lead a little bit for Woodstock, 35-28 with 2:54 left here in the third quarter.
Griswold slowing it down just a little bit, it looks like. And they're going to call another foul.
I think it's, again, an illegal screen, possibly.
That's on Lucas. Should be a second, right?
I think it's his second.
It is. No, they're showing
It's
first. No,
it is his first. I have it as his first, too. Sorry.
Nice drive to the hoop there for
No
Parker
basket.
Anderson, but no go. They called a charge.
I'm going to guess that was Gav D'Amico, who's taken the most charges this year by far for the Wolverines. He is not afraid to stand up to that kid flying in the air.
But you're right, though. 35-28. Woodstock is widening the lead.
They're playing good defense, and we're having a tough time hitting shots.
Yep. Lucas trying to get it to somebody. Finally, Murch comes and rescues him. Murch going to drive to the hoop and get it, and the foul.
Sometimes when your outside shots aren't dropping, you have to get back your momentum somehow, and that's a good way to do it.
And that is on Huck Flanagan. That's a little receipt there from the last little struggle they had with the ball.
Jacob.
They called the shot off.
Oh, did he? Yeah,
Yeah,
Jacob
it's
got
on
a second
Jacob.
foul. $35-30. 2:55 left here go in the third quarter with Woodstock in the lead.
Carter Morissette back into the game. Gets it over to Saucier. To Nagel. Back on over to Morissette. And in the corner, all by his lonesome, no good, is Parker Anderson. They're going to call Shawnee Garvin for his second foul.
Yeah, unfortunately, Anderson's now going to get 3 foul shots, and he's a pretty dead-eye foul shooter.
And wow, look at that. Didn't even touch the net. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Make it 4 for 4. And make it 5 for 5.
I think this is one of those games, Michael, that we really, really miss Christian Russell, because Christian's a good shooter. He can come in and take some pressure off a couple of the other guys, and he has scored a lot.
38-30, and D'Amico gets hacked on the way up.
And hopefully Christian will be back for Thursday's game. He sprained an ankle last week, and he's been out making sure that ankle is completely healed. So hopefully Thursday night, and he'll add a whole different dimension to the Griswold team.
Gav in and out.
And it was in and out.
It's been very, very tough
Yeah.
for the Wolverines to make free throws. He gets 1 out of 2. Gavin's got 3 points tonight. 38-31. Just over a minute to go in the third. Wolverines struggling again.
1:06 to go.
3-point shot. That didn't hit anything by Saucier. Here come the Wolverines up the court again. There's Jacobs telling somebody to come up. Looks like he's telling Shawnee Garvin to come on up. And then trying to play ring general there. Jacob to Murch. Looks like they're going to set it up again.
Down to 27 seconds.
And the ball is stolen right through the wickets of D'Amico. Little give and go. A little too much showtime there by Brandon Nagel. Didn't hit. On over to Parker Anderson.
Down to
10 seconds. And they're going to take a 3.
That's too long.
Yep. That was Saucier. And then they're going to get a foul. And Huck Flanagan is going to go to the line. That's on Lucas. That's not the way you want to end the third quarter, down by 7 plus free throws.
Well, the bad pass down here started it all going, and then you end up fouling with 2.7 seconds to go.
At least they didn't foul Parker Anderson, who's only 5 for 5 from the line.
Thank goodness.
And both are missed. And then Erickson tries to put it up, but no good. And then Huck Flanagan tried to grab it too.
Well, they were fortunate here
going.
at the end of that quarter not to have to score a little bit more on the Woodstock side of it. Is 38-31 through three quarters here.
As we sit here from the Griswold Pride broadcast booth, wonderful accommodations by Griswold Pride once again.
Very nice. It's nice setup here. We appreciate the shrimp and
lobster bisque.
Lobster thermidor.
Thermidor this time. Oh, that's right. Go to griswoldpride.org to find out why vaping is not a good idea. And parents, please find out why it is not good to hold drinking parties with your underage kids. You could go to jail. Find it all about it on griswoldpride.org. Also by CIAC, CIAC.org. Kind of along the lines of Griswold Pride, but they also deal with, like, for example, Problem Gambling Month is in March. Their mantra is it's 21 for a reason. Go to CIAC.org for more information. A lot of education on that website, too.
Well, Griswold has an uphill battle here. Come back from 7 points down in the fourth quarter. And I'm sure that Woodstock Academy, with only 2 wins this year, are really starting to taste a little victory. And they're going to be 100% full out here in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Wolverines really have some ground to make up in the fourth.
They start hitting some shots. That's what they start doing. Shooting has not been very good tonight. That's why, like I say, Christian Russell would have been a great addition tonight. But when
we got less than 8 minutes to make up some ground. Strain off the backboard and in.
And a three. And I think he just kind of, they call it winged it up there. That was Lucas with a three. He kind of just flung that ball up there. I'm pretty sure he didn't call backboard. I didn't hear it. And we are very close.
Yeah.
So 38-34.
Wolverines down by 4.
Nice way to chop 3 off the lead here in one shot.
And looks like we're going to get a timeout on the floor. And we are going to take a timeout as well. You're watching ECC basketball on SNSN.
Authorization, enrollment, and activation activities are required. Receive all services. Contact institution for details.
2 lattes, please. On me. Yeah? My free Kasasa Cashback checking account surprised me with sweet cash rewards. So thoughtful. Kasasa Cashback simply appreciates me. It also refunds my ATM withdrawal fees. My Megabank account just takes money out every month without even asking. Sounds like it's time to move on.
Take back the special treatment you deserve with Kasasa Cashback.
Ask for Kasasa Cash Checking at Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank today. Member FDIC.
And we're back here at the Woodstock Academy Alumni Fieldhouse. Mike Minarski, the Merch, Kevin Merchant, along with, of course, our colleague, Mr. Christopher Matson, on the camera. He is your eyes tonight. Well, Merch, they get the lead down to 4.
Yeah, they just have to keep fighting back, and really putting their heart in the game here and hitting a shot or 2, like Lucas just did.
Merch almost came up with a steal a minute ago.
Oh, here we go. So now this is helpful.
Lucas went up.
Lucas missed the shot.
Erickson got down the court really fast for a big man. Did you see that?
Yeah, and he almost knocked the backboard over too. Lucas, the ball went up. He slapped the backboard. If it had gone off the backboard and he hit the ball, it would have been goaltending. But I don't think he hit the ball. I think he just slapped the backboard.
Did they just call a foul on Lucas?
They called the foul on Lucas. Now, I thought we had him for 1, and now they've got him up there for 3.
Yeah, this would be his 3rd.
Okay.
This would be his 3rd, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to. Their refs.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversation going on up there. I mean, normally I wouldn't have the. Well, I guess it is what it is.
Lucas with his 3rd foul. I mean, that could have. I mean, it wasn't, but it wasn't that far from a goaltending call.
Again, if it hit the backboard and then
he
hit the bar, he just wanted to cause some excitement.
That was the thing. It's now a 1-1 situation
for Woodstock, which is not a great thing either.
And Saucier is going to go to the line. He's got 5 points for Woodstock tonight. It's like the 2 big guys. one of the big men. Erickson is out. Looks like they're going with a faster, smaller lineup right now. Woodstock is. Huck Flanagan's still in there. He's one of the big boys. Saucier hits them both.
Foul shots are heavily weighed in Woodstock's favor tonight. Griswold has not done their best job.
If you put Parker Anderson and Saucier together, they're 7 for 7. So
Michael Strain back in for Gav D'Amico. 6:46, 40 to 34 Woodstock.
Gav getting some minutes tonight. It's good to see. Murch going to drive the lane. He's going to put it up, get the foul. And that's going to be on Huck.
It's got to be a set play because
it is not on Huck. They call him Nagel? No. Parker Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson.
It's number 3. So Murch is going to shoot 2.
Way short. He is just not on his game here tonight as far as shots are concerned.
Murch 2 for 3 from the line. He's got one more coming up. 40 to 34 Woodstock. And he misses them both. And who's going to come up with the ball? Well, Michael says, I'll do it.
Oh, and then misses the layup.
And looks like Huck Flanagan's going to pick up one. So it'll be 3 on Mr. Flanagan.
See if the Wolverine can hit a couple foul shots.
Here's Michael. Hasn't scored since the second quarter.
Nope, can't do it.
And they get the ball back. Garvin, and he's going to get fouled. It's like Parker Anderson just put his hands up like, what? Well, Mr. Anderson, that was foul number 4.
That is
that's a big one right there.
That's a big one for
because you don't want him shooting free throws. Shawnee Garvin hits the first of 2. He has 7 points. And he hits the second.
Down by 4 now, 6:09 to go here in the game. Oh, nice tip by Lucas Strain.
This game's going to come down to who wants it more. Morissette trying to find somebody to send it to. Gets it over to Nagel. In the corner is Erickson.
I thought Brady was going to take that shot there for a second. He thought better of it, though.
Nagel back on over to Carter on the left side. He's trying to do something with it. Oh, why not? Why not?
And he hits it.
Oh! The big man for 3. Lucas missed one, and the ball is sent back out right to Woodstock. Here come the Centaurs. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds to Griswold. And I don't think the Woodstock faithful like that call, and they're going to talk it up a little bit.
Might be overruled here.
I think so. And it is not. D'Amico comes back out. Garvin back in. 43-36, 7-point lead. Just when you think they're creeping up again, Brady Erickson, the freshman, says, not yet, folks. Good save there by Michael. 3-on-1. And they get now to Murch.
He is short. Oh, my. They're just
But they still get the
trouble.
rebound.
All of them are having trouble hitting the hoop.
Clean block. Woodstock controls the ball again as Nagel went straight up. Three. No good from Morissette. Michael Strain with the rebound. 4:20 to go in the game. Wolverines got to get something going. Lucas misses the three.
Lucas and Evans' shots have been way off here in the second half. Evans all game. They're just struggling, just really struggling.
Gavin D'Amico back in. Kyle Rude back in. Murch and Garvin. Of course, they're putting these two in for defensive purposes.
Parker Anderson
for three.
with 4 fouls.
And a timeout.
10-point
Griswold.
lead.
10 points, just like the Merch said. 46-36. Woodstock starting to pull away. You're watching high school basketball right here on SNSN.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here at the Woodstock Academy Alumni Fieldhouse. Mike Minarski, Kevin Merchant, Chris Mattson. And this just in from Steve Cravino. Griswold will play Montville Thursday at Montville. 5:30.
Regardless of
what happens here.
Okay. 5:30?
5:30.
So there must be a doubleheader there, potentially.
Could be. I'm assuming that's a play-in game?
No, I think Thursday starts the.
Yeah.
I think there may be some form of play in game on Wednesday, but I think Thursday actually starts the ECC tournament.
So there's a little solace now. So no matter what happens here, we're going to Montville Thursday. Thank you to our road correspondent, Steve Cravino. Garvin's been a bright spot for these guys. Nice drive.
And they still can't. They're just having trouble getting the ball in the hoop. Jacobs had it a few times. Michael's had a few times. Lucas, Evan, everyone. Just around that hoop, but not through. And time is at a premium here because they need. She's just a little too strong on that.
Erickson with the rebound off of the missed attempt, and Sean Garvin with the steal. Murch floats it for two. He has 8 points. Nice bounce pass into Carter Morissette. 48-38. The lead is still 10.
Yeah, see, Griswold has to overcompensate, and Woodstock's going to find that open man. You know, they have to double team, they have to triple team, and then Woodstock is finding the open guy.
Lucas trying to hold on to that ball, and he does. Gets it over to Jacob, back to Lucas. And he's going to take the shot for three. No good. bounces right on out.
That should potentially have been a travel right there.
Yeah.
Once he had the ball, went down with it.
Nagel ends up with the ball on over to Parker Anderson. To Morissette.
Down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 10-point lead for Woodstock.
They're going to burn some clock. Maybe not. For 3. That is Hamilton Barnes. No good, but Woodstock gets the ball back. 3 for Nagel. No good, but they get the rebound.
Get the long rebound.
Parker Anderson, no good. Erickson says, forget about it. $15 for Erickson.
There's like a cover on that basket for Griswold here tonight. Can't get any of those 0-foot shots to go. A lot of them right underneath the hoop, and they just won't go. A lot of them too hard off the backboard. It's just not falling.
Woodstock just opening up the wound. 50-38. Murch trying to drive. He can't get anywhere.
You can't see everything. Nobody can hit that. And I thought he could have been easily charged with a foul there, an offensive foul.
Griswold led early, but then they relinquished the lead at the end of the first half. And they haven't had the lead since. It's like that 3 on Jacob, correct?
I believe so.
Saucy is going to go to the line. He's 2 for 2. And he's going to shoot 2. Since they're in the double bonus now. And he misses the first one.
Again, records don't seem to matter sometimes, do they?
Absolutely not. We said that from the beginning.
This team beat Killingly, a very good team early in the season.
Saucier misses them both. Murch going to the hoop. Still no good. Erickson with the rebound, and look who's all up by himself. Number 22, Parker Anderson. 14-point Woodstock lead. The ball's coming right over to Kristen Matson. Kristen, let's see your jump shot. So that's the 4th on Nagel. Lucas hits the first one. As they're in the double bonus as well now. So they're going to shoot 2 no matter what. Both teams.
Not for the lack of effort here tonight, but they just
Murch.
cannot. They're just not shooting the ball well at all.
.101 to go. Woodstock ball. Saucier out, and Huck Flanagan back in. $52-39.
It's all just playing it out now, Michael.
They're the best 2-17 team I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? They came out here with a mission tonight, and they accomplished it.
And Michael Strain. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. That was Jacob. It's going to be 4 on Jacob. That was really just to stop the clock. And Huck Flanagan is going to shoot 2. He's 0 for 2 from the line so far tonight. 37.9 to go.
Here comes some replacements here.
And he's 0 for 3. I mean, he's the guy you want to foul right now. And the wholesale changes. Looks like Griswold's going to go ahead and they're going to concede. As the JV team is coming in.
Very, very frustrating night because they had a lot of opportunities to score, and taking nothing away from Woodstock's defense, but Griswold did not shoot well tonight at all. I if we kept shooting percentages, we'd probably be astonished at how low theirs is tonight.
Sims went way up for that rebound. Here's a 3-point shot by Jacob. Didn't go. Here it comes again. Oh, I wanted it. 24.8. Jacob's going to leave the game. Tommy Matson's going to come in. So you got Tommy Matson. You got Kincaid Rubino. You got Ryan Tate. Danny Sims.
And Francisco Rabi.
Francisco Matson.
Nope.
Why not?
There's just a cover on that hoop.
I know. 10 seconds and they're just going to play it out. That's going to do it, folks. Well, 52-39.
Well-deserved win by Woodstock, and a very frustrating night for the Wolverines, who I think coming into this game, not to say that they were overconfident and they were ready to win this game, but I think they thought they certainly had the opportunity to.
I don't even want to know what's going through Coach Mo's head right now.
They just, this is 5 in a row now, 5 losses in a row. Started the season, 1-7 or something like that, and bounced back to a winning record, and now they're 5 losses in a row, and they need Christian Russell back. They still miss Jeff Suganotz, who I don't know if he'll play anymore this year or not. I don't think he's got clearance from his doctors to play. So it's been a frustrating season, I think, for Griswold Wolverines and Coach Molesky.
It's been a very frustrating season for them because I think we expected so much more.
Yeah.
From the Wolverines this year.
I think, it's funny because last year when these kids were all sophomores and there was so much potential that, that the coach, I think the school, everybody looking at these kids thought that, the next 2 years were going to be really, really stellar years for the Wolverines. And this year's been, I think they probably classified as a disappointment because they had a great summer season. And I think that, maybe losing Jeff, started it a little bit. Christian Russell comes in to sub for Jacob Strain, who got hurt in Stonington the first game. And Christian has been playing great. And now he's been out, I think, 3 games with a sprained ankle. And he's certainly a definite scoring threat, 3-point scorer, but just a scoring threat. And probably one of the more consistent shooters that Griswold has. So
he's been lighting it up. And
without Christian, it's hurt.
Then you look to next year.
Yeah.
You're going to have some people really competing for the starting lineup next year. Christian Russell is probably about the biggest story this year. If you want to talk about somebody who's really increased their game, advanced, and gotten so much better. Right.
He had a chance to play. Got a chance to play, and he's really proven himself.
Yeah, he's definitely the most improved player on this whole team, and he's made an impact.
Yeah. But it is what it is. They have to move on. They play Thursday night against Montville. They just played them last Friday night. Mm-hmm. Had a chance to win that game and didn't. They kind of faltered near the end, which has been kind of their nemesis near the end of the game, where they just can't finish, or they make a couple of bad passes in a row, can't hit their shots. But they get them one more time and see what happens. So I guess 5:30 Thursday night will tell you something, and then state tournament will start probably the week after that, right? March 1st, I think, or something like that.
And then guess what? Baseball's after that.
Yeah. Before you know it.
But you know what? Looking at the stats. Look at the third quarter. Just for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, 2, 4, 9, 12, 14, 16 points in the third, where the Wolverines only scored 9. Wolverines had 3. I mean, the first quarter they came out and scored 14 points. They did really well. Michael Strain had 7 points. Michael Strain only had 1 more point, and that was in the second. And then he wasn't able to get any points the rest of the game.
And he in all the
he's another one too that has been amazing.
He has been great. Michael Strain has really stood out this year under the boards, both offensively and defensively. Coach Mleski quoted at one point, he said, it's like having a 6'4" guy down there because he can clear you out. He's strong, and he can put the ball back up and in. And,
right.
And they just had a real tough time tonight getting the ball in the hoop. And every one of them, every single one of them, could not hit those baskets when they needed them. And I think that demoralizes you. And I think that in the end, Woodstock took advantage of that. And they came out on top.
And I think Woodstock really saw what Michael Strain was doing in the first half. They figured, well, we got to watch him.
Well, look at our scoring tonight, Michael. Just looking at this,
did you get my text about this? We're gonna have
our high score tonight,
Sorry.
Mike, was Lucas Strain with 9. 9 points was our high scorer. Then we had Michael and Evan with 8. And Sean Goddard all with 8.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, Evan had 8 points. For as tough of a game as he had, just to give you an idea, he was still right there at the top scorers.
I don't know. They're just, if Evan hit half his shots, they would have won by 10 instead of losing by whatever it was, 14 or something.
Yep.
But, hey, it is what it is. It's behind them, and I hope these kids feel that way too. The season's behind you. They've got a fresh start. They can go in the ECCs, and they can either go out there and give 110% and play their best game, or they can chalk it up and say, "Oh, we weren't as good this year as we thought we were going to be, and let's wait till next year." And I hope they don't do that. They can't just put everything onto next year just because they're going to have a flock of seniors here next year. Senior night next year is going to take an hour in Griswold because the whole team is a group of juniors.
Right.
But they shouldn't be putting all their stock in next year because they still have a couple tournaments to compete in.
Yeah, and when it comes to postseason play, it's a brand new start, just like you had said. And sometimes the gloves are off, and you start getting some performances from maybe some players that you didn't think was going to give that kind of performance to you. I mean, postseason play is a completely different animal altogether. Do you agree, or?
I hope so. That's what I say. I hope so, because the last 4 or 5 games for these guys have not been good. So I just hope that by Thursday night they come out here, or they come out on the floor in Montville and just prove that they are better than they've looked the last few games.
All right, Merch. Thank you once again for showing up.
Hey, my pleasure, Michael. I appreciate that.
I really appreciate your commentary and you doing the games with me. I really honestly do.
It's a lot more fun when we're on the winning end.
When the winning end of it,
isn't it
yeah.
more fun to do when
Yes.
when we actually win games?
Yeah. But it still is fun anyway, watching the kids play, and because they didn't get to play at all last year. So, all right. So for Mr. Christopher Mattson on the camera, the Merch, Kevin Merch, and I'm Mike Minarski. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Your final score: Griswold loses to the best 2-17, now 3-17 team I think I've ever seen in my life. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs. 52-39 is your final score. Good night, everybody.